Hello, everyone. I'm joined by Illinois Wesleyan basketball coach Ron Rose. Welcome into the Maxwell Athletic Center.
It is great to be here. We appreciate all your hospitality this week.
Thank you for joining us. We're going to have a quick sit-down interview here as we're getting ready for Yeshiva against Illinois Wesleyan. I'd like to first talk to you, your thoughts on your season so far, how things have gone up to this point.
You know, we've played well at times. We've been challenged. We've played some good competition. We fell short a couple times, but I think that's given us an opportunity to identify areas that we know we have to get better if we're going to be an elite team in the country.
And your schedule this week, when did you fly in? What's it been like the last few days?
Yeah, so we left the morning of the 26th, got on a bus, drove to Chicago, O'Hare, flew out. Right before we got on the bus, we found out that our Mount St. Vincent game had been canceled. I called Coach very quickly and just kind of got confirmation that the game was still on. He was great. He called back a couple minutes. He goes, as long as nothing dramatic happens, we're set to play. So we jumped on the plane, got out here. You guys have been great. This is our second practice here at Yeshiva, so we're able to get on the court a little bit. And we had 6 days off after our Wash U game. Our guys went home, so we had 6 days off. So really important that we get on the court a little bit and get some of the rust knocked off.
And this is a little bit of an oddity. You're used to playing top programs, but not necessarily number one.
Yeah.
And it almost feels like number one against number 4 at number one's place. You guys almost feel like the underdogs. Not to say that you're –
Well, when you're playing a team that's won 50 in a row,
that's true,
ranked number 1 in the country at their place, we certainly are the underdogs. Now, we've been put in this position before. Our guys, you know, we're a confident team, but we also know Yeshiva's got a great team. I mean, they have a great team. We know it's going to be really a tough environment. So there's no question, you know, and this year we probably haven't been considered the underdogs in any of our games. Even though, you know, you play a Wheaton or at Wash U, those are kind of, I think going in, people didn't consider us the underdogs, even though those are tremendous teams. So this will be a great opportunity to play in against another really quality team.
And for the fans out there who haven't seen much of your team, have not watched much, have only really watched Yeshiva, would you be able to speak to the similarities between your team and Yeshiva?
Yeah, I mean, when both teams step on the floor, they'll be comparable size. Yeshiva's a big, strong team. We have a big physical team. So I think just the athleticism and size on the court are going to be comparable. I think both teams really emphasize and play unselfish basketball. The ball really moves. It's when we're at our best. I think it's when Yeshiva's at their best when the ball moves. So you're going to see two teams that play a similar style in the sense of a little bit of old school basketball. That ball's going to be moving. It's not going to be dribbled as much as maybe the dribble drive motion type teams. And I think you're going to see two very competitive teams out there.
And you've spoken to your team's physicality and your ball movement. What else do you think makes your team so good? Why are you ranked in the top 10?
I think the balance. You know, and I guess you could add that to Yeshiva. The similarities is that neither is a one-man team, even though both teams have outstanding players and all-American type players on their team. It's the balance that I think makes it really hard to guard, is that we're going to put 5 guys on the floor who all are capable of scoring, that are offensive threats, and then play an unselfish style. And very similar to what Yeshiva does.
And Yeshiva is well known for going on big runs.
Yeah.
They've had some games where the game's been kind of even, both before and after these runs, but they'll go on huge 14-0, 14-2, 16-0 runs, whatever it may be, and put the game out of reach. What do you think it will take to prevent those big runs so that you guys can come out with a victory?
Well, that's what great teams do. You know, you're kind of with them for a while, and it's a competitive game, and then one team will go on a 6 to 10-point run, and then it's a 6 or 10-point game, and then it's even for a while. Then you go on another 6 or 10. You look up, and you're down 20.
Yep.
And so it's really execution. I think the thing that when you get in that environment against a team that goes on runs is you can't panic. Offensively, quick shots aren't at your favor, and kind of our team has been built on a defensive mindset, and you got to defend every possession. You can't let the run affect how you defend, and so you just have to play consistent basketball. It's going to be, even though it's going to, I would anticipate a pretty fast-paced game, it is still going to have a possession-to-possession feel because every possession is going to be so important.
And lastly, if your team is going to come out with a win tonight, What's it going to have taken to get that done?
Well, we can't let them get to 92. You know, they're so good offensively and have so many weapons. We're going to have to defend and rebound them, and then to keep it close, to give ourselves a chance those last, 2 to 5 minutes. It needs to be a close game down the stretch to give ourselves a chance.
Thank you, Coach. Illinois Wesleyan head coach Ron Rose will be joined next by Elliot Steinmetz, head coach of the Yeshiva University Maccabees. Don't go anywhere.
Baruchim habayim. Welcome to Yeshiva University, where our core Torah values shape everything we do and guide us toward a better tomorrow. In the classroom and the lab, in the Beit Midrash, on the court, on Shabbat, and all around the city, New York City. Grow at your own pace with smaller class sizes, research opportunities on and off campus, over 150 clubs, 15 D3 NCAA teams, and top-tier internships at companies like Bloomberg, Google, and Facebook. Our Bayit is your Bayit. When it's time to play, and when it's time to pray. When you have a craving, when you need a break, when you celebrate, and when you shine. Come on in and meet your chavruta, your teammates, your professors, this guy. Connect with people from down the street and from down under. With over 80% of students receiving financial aid, Yeshiva University distributes more than $45 million annually to ensure that a YU education is affordable for all. Make YU your home base and you've got all the bases covered. From first base to playing base, from this kind of base to the base medrash.
Come on, that's a stretch.
You can get where you're going faster with our Pathways programs, dual degrees, and partnerships. And when you're ready for the workforce, we've got you covered with a network of over 70,000 alumni. An astounding 94% of students are employed in grad school or both within 6 months of graduation. We are student-driven, outcome-driven, value-driven, deeply rooted, and forward-focused. Oh, and we also have all this. What are you waiting for? Experience YU and step into your future.
When I was in 9th grade, someone told me to give up on ball. He told me, basketball will only take you so far in life. You're not going to make it to the NBA, he said. What he was missing is that making it to the NBA isn't the only reason why we play. The game of basketball leaves you with so much more than just the game itself. The life lessons and friendships that are made while playing the game will outlive the game and can last a lifetime.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into the Maxter Athletic Center. I'm joined by head coach of the Yeshiva University Maccabees, Elliot Steinmetz, on this game day as the Maccabees take on Illinois Wesleyan, the Illinois Wesleyan Titans, number 4 ranked team in the country. Just want to get a few of your thoughts on how this season has gone so far and about this upcoming matchup. So to start, broad picture, season has kind of flown by. We're already at game 15. So what are your thoughts on how the season has gone as a whole?
So far, I think it's been successful, obviously. I mean, the goal every time you're out there is to win, and we've managed to do that, so I think that's certainly a positive. I think it's taught us a lot of lessons so far. I think it's certainly exposed certain things that we have to work on and get better at, which is the idea. And look, our goals are always to kind of improve every day and get to a point where by February, March, hopefully we'll be playing our best ball. And I think the season so far has been a slow incline in that direction.
So at this point, you would say we're on that trajectory to get to where we need to be?
Yeah, I would. And I think we're hopefully starting to get healthy, which is good. Get a couple of guys back from injury. Start to really improve on the things that we did in the first half and start to do them better. We want to start to defend better. We want to start to move the ball a little bit better than we do. Cut down on turnovers. Certain certain situations in games handle better, and I think we've seen that trajectory go up over the last few weeks.
Yeah, there's been a couple of players who've been injured. Ethan Lasko, most notably, and also Eitan Halpert's been out a few games. Can you speak to the impact which they've had now that they're back on the floor?
Yeah, I mean, they're both great for us, obviously. Eitan brings us great energy and great shooting. He's really a leader out there also. He's one of those players that when he's out there as a coach, you just feel a lot more comfortable. And Ethan's slowly becoming that too off the bench for us. Obviously he has, some pretty big experience behind him in the last few years. And he's brought just a different energy level defensively that has really, to an extent been kind of contagious when he's out there. I feel like we are a better defensive team when he's on the court. So, as we see him kind of move better, slide better, and all those things, it'll be nice to get his minutes back up too.
Which player for the Max so far this season do you think has impressed you the most in terms of what you expected coming into this year versus how they've performed out there on the floor?
Probably Ofek. I think he's, what I like to tell him over the last few weeks, his game has matured in a very big way. He has, his IQ's gone up. He's really picked his spots a lot better. He's shooting the ball real well, finishing, always has finished well around the rim. But he's just making very, very good decisions on both sides of the ball. And he's become a real force for us, obviously, offensively. And, a lot of teams like to come in and focus on the All-Americans, which, and I don't blame them. But Ofek's made a lot of teams pay for that.
And then undoubtedly, obviously, you want to take each game one at a time. You've spoken constantly about that. We're just focused on this upcoming game. We're not even looking at Williams. We're just focused on this one win, whatever. At the end of the day, this is a huge game. There's no doubt about it. How do you balance, and this is both for yourself and managing the team as the coach, this want to look at the result of this game, whether it's a win or a loss, and say, this was a success, this was a failure, versus making sure that we keep on that upward trajectory of the season that you want to be on?
So that's what it's about. I mean, this game, look, results are always important. We want to win the game. We're not playing the game to go and lose and learn a lesson, that's for sure. But there's a reason we wanted to play games like this. There's a reason we want a program like Illinois Wesleyan that's, top 5, 10, 25 every single year, coming to our place and us going to them next year. It's a learning opportunity for us. It's an opportunity to play competition that we don't necessarily see every game of the year. And, if our goal is to play in the NCAA tournament, these are the kinds of teams we need to be able to play against and compete with. And that's why it's great for us to have a stretch like this where we have an Illinois Wesleyan coming in, a Williams coming in, and get the chance to kind of, go out and compete. Obviously we want to win the game. Regardless of the result, these are good games for us. It's something that I think we started doing, 8 years ago when I got here was trying to play these games and play tougher competition. And I think it's a big reason why our program is where it is right now, is the ability to kind of go and compete against what are considered higher level conference teams, and have the opportunity to kind of grow and take our lumps like we did over the over the beginning years, and slowly over the last couple of years start to win those games.
Would you be able to speak to how this game in particular was put together? Obviously, we've seen Williams for several years now, but how did this specific game get put together?
So this was a production of social media. This game, believe it or not, Bob Quillman, who's I think a pretty well known D3 social media guy who's out there, who's also an Illinois Wesleyan alum, reached out to me and asked about the possibility if we'd be willing to play them over the next couple of years and if it was something we were interested in. And we've been struggling to get some of the top teams around here to play us, and this was an opportunity, obviously, to jump on. And we reached out to Coach Rose, who right away said, yes, let's try to figure it out. We'll come to you guys next year. You come to us the year after. And within a week or two, it was set.
And looking at Illinois Wesleyan, obviously a very, very good team. They've lost a couple of games, but to top programs themselves. What has impressed you the most watching some film of them?
Probably their consistency. They're extremely well coached. They don't waver from what they do much. And I mean that in a positive way. They're so consistent. I think it's consistency that kind of we're striving for a little bit too in what we do. But they play at a very high level. They run their stuff consistently on both sides, offense and defense. You're right. They ran into 2 top 10 teams, and I think both games were on the road, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
So you can't really kill them for those losses. But they're excellent. They're tough. Really deep as well, and they have some size. They have some shooters. They're a tough matchup.
And obviously, you've been here for quite a while now. This is, I believe, your 8th season. So where do you say this game ranks in terms of YU history as an important game? Obviously, it pales in comparison to the NCAA tournament.
Right. I mean, it's interesting. If you're talking about storylines and background, then this is probably the biggest regular season game we've had. It's certainly the best team we've probably ever played in terms of the rankings. And I know a few years ago we played Ramapo. I think they were top 10. I'm not sure.
Number 6.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was not sure they were top 5 at the time, but right up there. But in reality, our conference games are more important in terms of their value for us. For us, winning our conference obviously is the key. Our SOS is never going to really be where a lot of these bigger conferences are to put us in that running where it's going to make a difference. So really, our conference games are a lot more important. But these games have tremendous value for us as a program in terms of growing, in terms of getting ready for the NCAA tournament, in terms of getting ready for our own conference playoffs to play a competition like this. But again, like from the background and the storyline of it, and the size of the program, in terms of Illinois Wesleyan coming in with the history they have. It's obviously right up there at top.
And the Macs haven't played a game now in 15 days. Last game was against New Jersey City University. So can you speak to that gap, which has now become natural in the YU schedule, and how it potentially could impact this game?
So I don't really think it does. We've actually played like 4 games in the last 15 days. They've just been at practice with our guys split up in 2. And we've been competing hard. So it's actually been a really productive week of practice. And our guys, I think, have gotten better over the last week. And I think these gaps are sometimes good for us in a weird way. I remember in the first couple of years we used to always talk about the disadvantage of losing that kind of time and not being fresh or not being ready to play. And the truth is, we come back from these breaks, we're kind of healthy and we're ready to go, and there's a lot more energy, and we generally do play well out of these breaks. So hopefully that'll be the case here, and it'll continue that way. But in terms of playing, we've been going at it in practice.
And then final question here. Yeah. At this game in particular, what is it going to take to win this game?
I think it's just execution. I think for us, it's taking care of the ball. It's running our stuff on offense. It's kind of figuring out what their scheme is defensively, and then allowing our guys the chance to read it and react to it, and then kind of manufacture our offense based on what we see. And then defensively, it's going to be hard work. It's going to be sticking to our scheme and sticking to the scout and making sure we take away certain things that we want to take away, and making sure that we're not allowing second opportunities on the boards. Right? We can get a stop if we don't finish a possession with a rebound. That stop isn't so valuable.
Thank you very much, Coach. Head Coach Elliot Steinman to the Yeshiva University Maccabees. Coming up next, we'll be live from the Max Stern Athletic Center for the pregame show, and then anthems, starting lineups, and tip. Don't go anywhere.
Did you know that 90% of low back pain and sciatica can be treated without surgery? After a detailed evaluation, our physical therapists use gentle, hands-on techniques to alleviate most forms of low back pain. Our physicians have expertise in medication management, as well as a variety of interventional techniques, including trigger point injections. By utilizing a combination of these options, we can help you today. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
My story started with a letter in the mail. I took my first steps in New York and felt the energy all around me.
I connected with my Rebbe on the first day of Shir.
My story was learning that the mitochondria is more than just the powerhouse of the cell.
I made my painting from scratch, like really from scratch.
My roommates came here from 4 different countries. We lit one menorah together.
My story was practice every night.
Chavruta every night.
Subway rides, city lights.
In my story, my name was in the headlines.
The bylines.
The University Museum.
My story was my internship at the Supreme Court.
Dancing with the Israeli flag in Times Square.
My story was participating in the only hackathon, not on Shabbat.
The Career Center found me my first job. at a top business analytics firm.
My story was becoming best friends with my chavrita.
And holding that NCAA trophy.
My story started here.
My story is just beginning.
Did you know that 90% of low back pain and sciatica can be treated without surgery? After a detailed evaluation, our physical therapists use gentle, hands-on techniques to alleviate most forms of low back pain. Our physicians have expertise in medication management, as well as a variety of interventional techniques, including trigger point injections. By utilizing a combination of these options, we can help you today. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
And welcome in to the Max Stern Athletic Center, an exciting Thursday night matchup. It's the number 1 ranked Yeshiva University Maccabees taking on the number 4 ranked Titans of Illinois Wesleyan. I'm Yehoshua Segal, joined by the one and only Zach Tuchman. We are so excited to be here. It is electric. The stage is now set. Zach, good evening to you.
Good evening to you too, Yeshua. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it is. It's quite exciting. Let's talk about it on the Yeshiva end for 1 second. Number 1 ranked in the country. 14-0 on the season, 50 games in a row on the win streak. What can we say about them?
Yeah, I mean, they won their first 12 games this season by double digits. About 2 of the last 3 games against NJCU and against Washington College have been a little bit of a worse effort, only winning by single digits. The Max, we have to make sure to clean up that little bit of sloppy play here tonight.
Who are we focusing on specifically? I know we speak about a lot of the same players. A lot of times we go on air, but who are we talking about tonight?
Yeah, I mean, on Max, everyone's going to have to play well tonight as a team, but obviously, in particular, who else can we talk about besides for Ryan Terrell, the 2-time All-American, averages almost 30 points per game, and at 6'7", he could score from anywhere on the court, and he's a tough matchup for almost any defender in Division III.
Yeah, that's for sure. And let's talk a little bit about the uniqueness of tonight's game. 2 teams that don't really see each other. A powerhouse from the Midwest, a powerhouse from the Northeast. How'd this game even happen?
Yeah, I mean, you have Coach Steinmetz was on Twitter. You have big alumni, big super fan of Illinois Wesleyan, Bob Quillman, men's D3 top 25 voter. They kind of got together. He put him in touch with Coach Ron Rose, and I mean, here we are here tonight. You have YU playing Wesleyan here today, and then next year we have YU traveling out to Illinois to face them next season.
Exciting stuff all around. Let's talk about the Titans specifically. A very large team. I'm not sure why you would see anything like that, but what's it going to take for them to get it done tonight? Let's speak about what kind of players they have. What can we expect from them tonight?
Yeah, so I mean, first and foremost for the Titans, you have Matthew Laritz, second-team All-America last season. He comes into the game here tonight, averaging a double-double, 16 points, 10 rebounds. He is a force in the post and can even stretch the floor and shoot from behind the arc. And then what could be the biggest matchup of the entire night is Pete Lambesis. He's their best defender for the Titans. He's probably going to draw the assignment on Ryan Terrell here. And I think that might be the key to the game here, how he defends Terrell.
And on YU's side, what are they going to do? I mean, they've never seen a team like this. They want to extend their win streak to 51. How are they going to get it done?
Yeah, so first and foremost, it's going to be the perimeter shooting of the Max. The Max shoot 41% on the season from 3. Illinois Wesleyan defends the arc. Opponents shoot only 25%. So I think the battle behind the arc is going to be very crucial. And on top of that, Illinois Wesleyan only 33% from behind the arc. Secondly, it's going to be the interior defense of the Max. As you mentioned, this team is large. All these players are very big. The Max interior defense, especially as we talked about with Laritz, it's going to be crucial, making sure they keep them off the glass and keep them out of the post. And lastly, the Max need to start off strong. It's been a common theme this season we've seen where the Max get off to slow starts. And if that happens here tonight, Illinois Wesleyan could blow this game over in the first half, and it might be too big of a deficit to overcome.
Well, there you have it. There's your pregame. One of the most anticipated, if not the most anticipated matchup of the season. We're excited to get it started here. Coming up after this, pregame anthems. Let's do it Thursday night in Washington Heights.
For Kennedy, but take it back by Leifert. Give it to Terrell. Terrell! Gets right, Terrell, 2 more!
Hey Max fans, this is Joseph Gittler, founder and chairman of Leket Israel YC Class of 96. It's citrus season in Israel. We need to rescue millions of pounds of these citrus fruit to feed the needy just over the next few months. So please give us a hand. Help the winning team, Leket Israel, and the other winning team. Go Max!
And welcome back in to the Max Stern Athletic Center. This place is going absolutely bananas.
This is something I've never seen before, Yehoshua. The atmosphere in here is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, nothing short of electric. Let's meet the starting lineups. The starting lineups are sponsored by the Yeshiva University Office of Admissions. As you start your college journey, make sure you visit us online to check out all the great virtual events and opportunity we have for YU students and how you too can be a Maccabee. Let's meet the starters for the visiting Illinois Wesleyan University Titans. Be forward, Matthew Laritz, along with fellow Cody Mitchell. And they'll start three guards, Luke Yoder, Corey No, and Peter Limbesis.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about Matthew Laritz in the pregame. The Macs are going to have to watch out for him. But all these players for the Titans are extremely capable. In particular, watch out for Corey No as well, their second leading scorer at 14 points per game.
And now, as the Max Stern Athletic Center is about to be introduced to the Yeshiva University Maccabee starters, we'll set the table for you. We'll have the usual five, as we call them. Gabriel Leifer starting at one forward. Jordan Armstrong at the other forward. Ryan Terrell, Ofek Grief, Eitan Halper to round out the rest of the starting five.
Yeah, not much to say here. Usual starting five. I think these guys are ready. Adrenaline is flowing here tonight. Listen to this crowd, Yehoshua.
We'd like to thank you for joining us. Many people were not actually able to join us. The doors were closed very early. This place filled up about 50 minutes. It's 50 minutes before game time. They had to close the doors. So we thank you, even if it wasn't your first choice, we thank you for joining us. Should be an exciting battle. Two top five teams. And boy, has this been hyped up. The teams have not played. Both teams haven't played in quite some time. They're ready.
Yeah, it's been over 2 weeks for YU. And for the Wesleyan Titans, it's been 11 days as well. So we'll see early on if it's the fresh legs or if it's the rust. Whatever, we'll see how it goes here.
And as Ryan Terrell is introduced to the crowd, we are getting ready to go. It's almost game time. Well, there you have it. For the last few months, if not really over a year, this game has been circled on many people's calendars, Yeshiva specifically, as Mrs. Terrell getting the fans on their feet early. But we have finally made it 8 o'clock on this lovely Thursday night in Washington Heights. Number 1, Yeshiva University Maccabees. Number 4, Illinois Wesleyan Titans.
Yeah,
what will happen? We're going to find out.
Yeah, we're getting set here for tip-off. It's going to be Cody Mitchell against Jordan Armstrong.
All right, players are ready. We're ready. We hope all of you are ready. Let's do it. Basketball on a Thursday night in Washington Heights is underway. Tip 1 by the Titans. Luke Yoder running the point. Lambesis goes to the corner. It's Yoder, corner 3, and it's good. An early 3-0 lead for the Titans.
Yeah, great penetration there by the Titans. Kick to Luke Yoder in the corner, and that's an easy 3 for him. 3-0 Titans early on.
Halpert bringing it up for Yeshiva. Leifer for Reef.
Titans in a tight man-to-man here early.
We spoke about how aggressive are they going to be on defense. YU hasn't seen anything like it.
Seems very aggressive.
Goes to Halpert. He'll think about the 3, goes inside, and totally on the wrong page with Armstrong. It's taken away by Lambesis. Mitchell thinks about the 3. Now No will take it, and he connects.
Yeah, that's a sloppy play by the Max on 1 and leads to the transition 3. Max don't get back. 6-0 Titans early on. YU better be careful.
Terrell's got it, guarded by Lambesis, the expected matchup defensively for the Titans. Reef will drive, brings it in, and he gets it to go. Ofek Reef puts YU on the board.
Yeah, that's going to be very important if the Titans are going to play up in YU's face. They're going to have to drive the ball to the basket. Ofek Reef does exactly that. Max on the board.
No for Lambesis. Now it's Lawrence, his first touch. Up top, 3 again for no. And that rattles around and out, but rebounded by Mitchell. Goes up strong. No, he doesn't. Now it's Lawrence. Doubled. Inside. Nothing forward. Asking for the 3 seconds. Doesn't get it. And the 3 misses. Out of bounds off of Mitchell. Yeshiva will get ball.
Yeah, that's bad offensive rebounding there by Yeshiva. Very fortunate. A couple of missed open looks. We talked about it in the pregame. Illinois Wesleyan shoots only 33% from downtown, but 2 early 3-pointers. They missed both those on those possessions, but 2 for 4 early on. Still better than their average.
Lambesis picks up Terrell at half court. Goes for Armstrong. Now it's Halpert. Trying to squeeze into Terrell off of Lambesis.
Yeah, I want to see. I'm not sure what he's going to do, but all the Illinois Wesleyan defenders are up in YU's grill. I think a couple of backdoors will keep them off of them for a little while. We'll see what they do.
Terrell trying to squeeze in, gives for Halpert. Halpert tries squeezing it for Armstrong. We'll get a foul on the ground. It's going to go against Mitchell.
Yeah, Illinois Wesleyan does not like that call. They were asking for a jump ball. YU's going to get away with that one. Very fortunate. Bounce pass in the post. Not the best form of entry.
Halpert in for Leifer. Mitchell playing very tough defensively. Leifer will drive. Squeeze it. Reef. Wing. 3. No good, and taken by Lawrence. Now it's no. Strong drive rejected by Gabe Leifer.
Great help defense there by Gabe Leifer. Corey No is able to get away from Eitan Halpert, but Gabe Leifer there to clean up the mess. Illinois Wesleyan ball underneath. But once again, YU a little bit slow getting back in transition. They got to be careful because Illinois Wesleyan's looking to run early on.
Yoder to inbound. No, pull up, baseline. Yes, he's got it.
Yeah, Corey, no, we spoke to Coach Rose about him. He might not be their leading scorer, but he makes tough shots in and out. We've seen that here with 5 early points. They're looking to get him going.
Reef for Halpert. 8-2 Wesleyan leave inside to Terrell, and Terrell off glass gets it to go.
Yeah, Ryan Terrell fading away off of Lambesis. Excellent finish there. Let's see if that gets him going early.
Mitchell gives for no. Downstairs to Lawrence. Goes up top. Looks like they have some open looks. Lambesis now. No again for 3. Doesn't take it. And now it's Lawrence. 12 on the shot clock. Yoder will think about it. Goes all the way around. Mitchell wing 3. Yes, he's got it.
Yes, it's going to be a tough assignment for YU with the 2 bigs, Leifer and Armstrong. Cody Mitchell and Lawrence, they can both shoot from behind the arc. YU's going to have to go out and guard them. Not a place that those big men are comfortable defending.
Armstrong looking for Terrell. Won't give it him. Now he does. Terrell takes it baseline himself. Spin move again. And can't get it to go. Titans running in transition. They got numbers taken away by Eitan Halpert. Up for Terrell. Terrell in the open floor. He can't see it. They're going to say he stepped out on the baseline.
So on one end, Eitan Halpert, excellent hustle play to get the ball back for the Max. But once again, Illinois Wesleyan looking to run early. The Max are a little bit slow getting back. Good opportunities in transition for the Titans, but just a little bit too far for Ryan Terrell to track that one down.
Early substitutions. That's Sroka and Heflin checking in for the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, the Titans are playing high energy defensively. It's going to tire your players out. I like the idea by Coach Rose making quick substitutions.
Lambesis for Heflin. Now it's no. Goes to the ground. Blocked by Armstrong. But Yoder's going to go to the line for 2. He got him on a foul.
Yoder very fortunate. Eitan Halpert tripped. We hope he's okay. Jordan Armstrong a little bit late on the help defense, and Yoder draws the contact. I mean, Jordan Armstrong, in that situation, you have a 6-foot guard, Luke Yoder. You can just go straight up with your hands held high. Luke Yoder is not going to be able to shoot over you. Don't bring your hands down and give him the foul. 2 shots for Luke Yoder.
Yoder connects on the first. 12-4 Titans in front.
Yeah, just a comment early on. The Titans do not look fazed by this Max Stern crowd at capacity. They've played in 4 straight. They're on a stretch of 4 straight tough road games against ranked teams. This team is battle tested. They know what to expect, and they seem ready to play here tonight.
Yoder will hit the second as well. 9-point lead. 16:07 to play. Halpert, Reef. Poked away by Hardy, and it'll stay with Yeshiva.
Yeah, once again, another sub. Coach Rosa has gone 8 deep already here, only 4 minutes into the game.
Let's see, maybe an opportunity for Yeshiva to take advantage. About 15:59 to play. That'll be a media timeout. And let's talk a little bit about the Titans' trip to New York. They flew to New York on Sunday. This is their holiday trip. They take one every year, usually to California, Texas, or Florida. They went to New York in 2016 to play at the College of Staten Island Tournament of Champions, established in memory of those lost on 9/11. They originally supposed to play 2 games here. One of their games was canceled, and for more on that, we send it over to S.J. Tannenbaum.
Thank you, guys. When this game was first being arranged, Illinois Wesleyan wanted to play a second game here in New York, and the College of Mount St. Vincent was more than happy to play. However, as Illinois Wesleyan was boarding the plane to head to New York, CMSV had to cancel due to COVID-19 protocols. While Illinois Wesleyan has yet to play any games yet on this trip, they have practiced daily, both in the Max Stern Athletic Center as well as at the College of Mount St. Vincent. Coach Ron Rose of Illinois Wesleyan has said that they've used the opportunity to practice every day and prepare for the Max, as well as schedule a game in the future. Regarding making up a game making up the game against College of Mount St. Vincent, he said that 3 teams closer to home have already reached out to reschedule, and they will reschedule later on. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, SJ. Hit him up on Instagram at Sideline Suits. Get to know what he's wearing, and we're back. Terrell controlling. Surveying his options, can't find anyone. Gives for Halpert. 10 on the shot clock.
Now Ethan Lasko checking in. We'll see if he can provide that spark the Macs are looking for here.
Leifer strong to the rim. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, great take by Gabe Leifer. He's going to go line for 2. That's going to be a foul on Grant Hardy. I like the aggressiveness by the Macs. We said this earlier. If Illinois Wesleyan is going to play tight defense on you, you're not going to be able to shoot over them. You're going to have to take the ball to the basket, and that's what the Macs are going to have to do. We'll see if that's an adjustment Coach Steinmetz told his players during the media timeout.
Leifer good on the first as Laritz and No check back into the game. Quick substitutions for Coach Rose.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's Coach Rose really taking advantage of the media timeout. You know, you take your players out about 30 seconds before the media timeout. That's going to allow that extra 30 seconds of rest, and then the extra timeout, just a continuous break. Coach
Leifer
Rose
gets a second as well. It's a 7-point game.
Yeah, so Coach Rose knows he's dealt with media timeouts before. We'll see if Coach Steinmetz, probably his first time ever dealing with it.
Laritz bully ball downstairs and takes Gabe Leifer to the rim.
Yeah, the Illinois Wesleyan offense is going to run through Matthew Laritz here tonight. I don't know what he's going to do to stop him. Maybe front the post, maybe double him, but it's not him going one-on-one is not a recipe for success for the YU defense.
Leifer against Laritz. Finds Reef. Halpert, wing, thinks about it. No, he'll drive instead. Gives her to Leifer, who puts it home. A nice look from Ofek Reef.
Once again, dribble drive there by Anton Halpert. You draw the help defense by Laritz. Easy pass over to Gabe Leifer for the finish.
They need a defensive stop. It's an offensive foul. It's an offensive foul as Heflin got hit in the back by Halpert.
Excellent play there by Ethan Lasko coming off the bench. He really, Coach Steinmetz, when we spoke to him, he says when Ethan Lasko's on the court, our defense gets better as a team. Excellent play there, drawing the moving pick on Illinois Wesleyan.
Definitely pumping some energy into the Max Stern Athletic Center. Terrell under 15 in the first half, 7-point game. Gives for Reef. Up top is Leifer, he'll think about it. Looks like they're giving it to him.
Big speed advantage here for Lasko on the much bigger Mitchell. We'll see what he does.
Halpert for 3! Off the mark as Reef can't pull it down, and they're going to get a foul on Ofek Reef.
Yeah, Ofek's not going to like that one, but I think that's the right call. Matthew Laritz had good positioning. Ofek Reef reaching it a little bit there. He's going to talk to the refs about this one, but I think the refs ultimately got this one right. Crowd obviously not in love with the call there.
Heflin running the point for Illinois Wesleyan. Mitchell. Now it's Heflin. Inside for Laritz. They're going to say off of Terrell. And possession will remain with the Titans.
Yeah, we just spoke about this on the other end. Ryan Terrell, that position, fronting the post, making a tough entry pass there for Heflin. That's where Ryan Terrell was able to tip it away there. We'll see if they're able to enter it in better.
Lambesis from the baseline, he connects.
Yeah, it's the second time they've run that little screen around action and that's the second open jump shot they've gotten. Second made basket on that inbounds pass. See if YU adjusts next time down.
Leifer almost draws a double. It's Lasko. Wing three. No good. YU unable to connect from downtown early on.
Yeah, we spoke about in the pregame. Them hitting outside jumpers is going to be key.
Larich tries one of his own, and he gets it to go. IWU up by 12.
Yeah, Matthew Larich, he could do it inside, he could do it outside. Better watch out for him. The IWU bench is ecstatic right now. A 12-point lead over the number 1 team in the country early on.
Halpert will take the baseline. Nice move, nice play, Eitan Halpert.
Excellent move there by Halpert. Just got the shot away before Cody Mitchell was able to come in for the shot block.
That was the quickness of Eitan Halpert able to make that happen. Oh, it looks like he got hit, but Helflin goes in strong and finishes at the cup.
Yeah, a couple of potential missed calls the crowd doesn't like. First they wanted the moving pick again. Refs didn't oblige to that one. And then a potential extra step there, but no call there. Max down 12.
Yeah, we spoke about it. What's the officiating style going to be? 5 fouls called so far. Leifer for Reef. Reef takes the baseline. Goes up strong. He'll go to the line for 2.
Good use of the pump fake there by Opek Reef, getting Heflin in the air. And that's the 4th team foul on Illinois Wesleyan. The Macs are taking it at them. Free throws could be a factor down the stretch here in the first half and the second half, as well as foul trouble. That's going to be Heflin's 2nd foul here early on. So we'll see if Coach Rose decides to take him out.
Reef gets the first one down. You can also talk about the defensive job the Titans are doing on Terrell.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. Lambesis, he's been great so far. Terrell only a couple of shot attempts and only 2 points to speak of thus far.
Reef misses on the second. 22-11, Titans in front. Matan Zucker now into the game for the Maccabees. Nice cut from No. As he can't get it to go, Matan Zucker comes down with it.
Yeah, that's an excellent backdoor cut there drawn up by the Titans. Max playing over aggressive, but Gabe Leifer there for the help defense.
Lasko up top. Surveying his options, Zucker for Reef. 12 on the shot clock again, lots of time coming off. Lambesis denying the ball, but Lasko flying to the rim. Nice find from Gabriel Leifer.
Ethan Lasko's playing great off the bench here. Great cut, and Gabe Leifer finds him. 9-point game once again. Here we go.
Lambesis guarded by Zucker. Up top it's No. Goes to Mitchell, wing, 3. No good. And taken by Zucker. Always all over the place. Zucker, just that scrappy player getting the job done.
If there's a loose ball on the floor, Matan Zucker's going to get it.
And Terrell was pushed hard. Looked like in the gut. As he's a bit shaken up. Leifer also hit the deck on the ricochet from Terrell.
And Terrell's going to walk that one off, but he might need a little bit of attention here. That is a tough shot. We talked about this Midwest basketball team. They play with a level of physicality that YU has not seen before. I mean, I guess in Illinois that's just a common foul, but here, I mean, Ryan Terrell a little shaken up.
9-point game. I know it sounds crazy, but every possession is so valuable here.
Yeah, I mean, any second chance opportunity, you got to rebound the basketball here. You got to value possession. Like you said, every possession, it's going to come down to the wire here. Very important.
Leifer for Zucker. Goes to Lasko. Leifer at top of the key. 3. Short. And that once again has been the story. 0 for 4 for YU to start this game. As No strong drive to the rim, layup is converted.
Yeah, Matthew Larrett's calling for that pick and roll. Already in transition, gets Luke Yoder matched up with Gabe Leifer and just too quick, beats him to the corner. Easy layup for Yoder.
As goes underneath, Terrell can't get it to go, but he'll go to the line.
Yeah, Ryan Terrell, great cut. That's going to be the first foul on Matthew Larrett. That's something to keep an eye on. Oh, they did not call it Matthew Larrett. That's very fortunate for Illinois Wesleyan.
But the 6th team foul on Illinois Wesleyan.
Yeah.
That means Yeshiva will be shooting free throws the rest of the way.
Absolutely. That's something the Macs could take advantage of, getting points on the board without having to deal with time coming off the clock. We'll see if they can take advantage. I mean, Wesleyan could be in foul trouble. We'll see.
Yeah, and we'll have another media timeout. Let's talk a little bit about Lambesis and Terrell.
Yeah, I mean, Lambesis this year, he has been tasked with, we talked about Terrell here early on. I mean, if you see, he's guarded some notable Division III superstars this season, most notably Jack Nolan, arguably him and Ryan Terrell. People talk about them being top 2 players in Division III. He held him to only his average, but Matt Hellwig, one of the top scorers in Division III, 27 points per game, held him to only 13. This guy is an elite defender, and I mean, even here tonight, Ryan Terrell only a couple of points early on. He's been keeping him in check. I mean, I don't want to say that's the reason the score is what it is, but Max have missed some shots. IW has gotten in transition 24 points, almost not even halfway through the first half for a team that averages just about 70. They're on pace for almost 100, Yehoshua.
Yeah, they've been finding the open lanes, getting to the rim easily. They're shooting 4 for 6 from three-point land. And that's clearly been the difference here early on.
Yeah, Ryan Terrell only 2 points as we talked about. He's going to go to the line here. Let's see. 3 points at the line are important. We'll see if we can take advantage. So far, the Max are 3 for 4 at the line.
He hits on the first, back to a 10-point game.
Yeah, Ryan Terrell's a 75% free throw shooter. We expect him to make both pretty much every time down. But with a game of this magnitude, nothing is easy.
He hits the second as well. Now it's 9 points, 11:25 to play in this first half. Sroka will think about it. Now he'll drive instead. Pull up long 2. No good. Rebound Terrell.
Yeah, but you see IW is loving to use the on-ball picks to try to free up either a shooter or get a roll with their big man. YU's having to communicate a lot defensively, and it's led to some open looks.
Terrell gives for Leifer. Yeah, back to Terrell.
Yeah,
now
Lambesis
it's
getting a breather. We'll see if Terrell can take advantage.
He goes right to it, and Terrell off window.
Excellent. The Maccabees realize Lambesis is on the bench. They go right to Terrell. Easy 2 points for him over Sroka.
Yeah, Lambesis sitting at the scorer's table. There's not a whistle here. You got to go right back to Ryan.
Yeah, I think Coach Rose is going to minimize his rest here tonight. Maybe match it with Terrell, but we don't even know if Terrell's going to sit tonight.
Almost taken away by Terrell. Larrett's the screen. Sroka, long 2. Yeah, he's got it.
Same thing as last time. Another pick. Sroka gets the open look. Tight window, but he still hits it. He's one of the best shooters on this team. Missed the last one. He's not going to miss 2 in a row.
Zucker for Terrell. Looking for Leifer, goes to the corner. It's Lasko. Lasko the drive. Cross from Markovic. Top, Terrell, the 3. Looked like he got knocked down. No call, off the mark. Mitchell. He'll think about it, guarded by Leifer. Now it's no. Excuse me, that was Yoder. Sroka the 3, yes sir. As IW goes back up by 12.
Yeah, me and Yehoshua, we were talking about this earlier. I mean, this team shoots 33% from downtown, but they are a much better shooting team than those percentages have shown, and that seems to be the case here tonight. They've been unbelievable from downtown.
Yeah, they've been practicing here all week. As Zucker gives for Lasko. As he's fouled and one! Ethan Lasko!
Unbelievable play there by Ethan Lasko. He's going to go to the line for an and one. That's going to be a foul on number 22 for Wesleyan, his first. And Ethan Lasko, once again, we talked about it before, that spark plug off the bench, he really provides the energy for this Maccabees team. He's got 4 quick points here, and he's drew the charge on the other end.
Yeah, scrappy on both ends. Offensively, defensively, he does it all.
Yeah, one thing I will say, though, is, I mean, it seems like the Maccabees are gaining momentum, but they just can't cut into lead. It's been hanging around that 9 to 12-point area for about 5 minutes now.
Yeah, and we know how quickly both these teams could score.
Yeah, Lambesis is checking back in, but no Terrell.
Yeah, Terrell took a quick seat. As no long 3 off the mark, but Mitchell can't grab it, but Lasko does! And they're going to get Lasko on a technical, and I'm sorry, but that's outrageous. Yeah. He was hit, and he tried to shake him off, and he gets called on the technical. Fans don't like it, and I can't blame him.
Yeah, Coach Thomas doesn't like it either. I mean, listen, I respect the referees. Ethan Lasko a little bit chirpy after getting that whistle. Cody Mitchell and Lasko really talking about it at half court here right now. I think the referees probably just want to make sure this doesn't get out of hand early, but I mean, in a game of this magnitude, 2 free throws at any juncture, that could be huge. And that counts as a personal foul as well.
As things get sorted out here, it's going to be I think, taking the free throws as soon as we're all ready to go here. And, yeah, I think we are.
Yeah, Corey, 80% free throw shooter. We'll see if he can hit these at crucial juncture of this game.
He hits it, he'll get one more. Titans by 11.
Yeah, not only that, I mean, the Maccabees got some momentum, a big defensive stop, that big rebound by Lasko, just take it all away. Almost the energy sucked out of them with that technical foul by Ethan Lasko. I mean, what can you do? You know, you got to keep a cool head in games like these.
Big possession here once again. They need to answer and cut this lead a little bit more.
This game's going to be a game of runs. It's going to be back and forth. The important thing for both teams here is just keep this in striking distance.
Halpert for Lasko. Leifer. Halpert again, and they're going to say he walked. He shuffled those feet on the drive.
Yeah, it's an excellent call. Eitan Halpert's a little bit too quick. I mean, the pressure of the Titans, you have to think it's gotten somewhat in the head of the Maccabees. You're thinking a little bit too quickly once you get the ball. It's just rushing you, and that causes you to take that extra step before you put the dribble down. Turnover for the Maccabees.
Under 9 minutes to play in this first half. Yoder inside to Mitchell. Mitchell, top of the key, 3, yes! Titans by 15.
Yeah, I mean, the Maccabees are going to have to do something. Either they go pick and roll and they give it to the post down low, or they go pick and pop, and everyone on this team on the floor can shoot three-pointers. It's been causing a lot of problems defensively for the Maccabees here in the first half.
Armstrong looking around and almost taken away. Goes to Terrell. Thinks about the 3. He'll put it on the deck and drive himself. Lays it up and in. And one. Count the basket for Ryan Terrell.
Yeah, Ryan Terrell got the switch off of a little bit of a loose ball, and when Pete Lambesis is not guarding Ryan Terrell, he is looking to go at the rim every single time. Another foul for the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. This is going to add up in a hurry, Yehoshua. They better be careful. That's going to be Matthew Laritz's first. So he got away with one before. They called one on a different player, but this one it's going to actually be his first. So he better watch out.
Terrell gets the free throw to go back to a 12-point game.
Yeah, Terrell, another free throw. That's going to put him at 9 points here. YU's leading scorer early on. What else do we expect?
Yoder for Mitchell inside to Laritz. Throws a double. And they're going to say jump ball. Excellent effort. Possession arrow pointing in Yeshiva's direction.
Yeah, so maybe that's an adjustment YU's going to have to make here. As soon as Laritz puts the ball on the floor, he uses up his dribble. Eitan Halpert's going to bolt over there for the double team and the tie-up.
8 minutes to play. Halpert controls in this first half. Leifer trying to find somebody. He'll get it to Terrell with 15 on the shot clock. Terrell on the baseline, guarded by Lambesis. They almost bring a double, goes back to Terrell. And they're going to say offensive foul as Terrell's shoulder went to Lambesis.
Yeah, that's a little bit. I mean, Pete Lambesis is a big guy, Yehoshua. I don't think he's going to go down that easily.
I think Coach Steinmetz is pleading that same
hey,
case.
Coach Steinmetz, I mean, they're trying to cut down on flopping here in college basketball. They're giving out warnings left and right. I mean, not much to say, but listen, a call's a call, and that's going to be Ryan Terrell's first foul. He's got to be careful of that going down. It's going to be in his head.
This game has been exciting so far. The energy unmatched. And let's talk a little bit about the press and the coverage that this game has gotten. I mean, ESPN has picked it up. NBA has picked it up. It has really been exciting. It's so far, at least on an intensity level, for sure living up to all the hype it was given.
Yeah, I mean, this game was dubbed by a couple of people on Twitter as the most hyped D3 game of all time. I mean, it's been living up to the hype here so far. A very competitive back-and-forth battle, close game. Both teams giving 110% effort. And, I mean, the media has really picked up on this, like you said. The NBA and ESPN, obviously, most notably.
Let's reset it for you. 34-22, 7:44 to play. I'm Yehoshua Segal, joined by Zach Tuchman on this Thursday night. Number 1 Yeshiva playing number 4 Illinois Wesleyan. We thank you all for spending your evening with us. The story of this game so far, I think, has been the three-point shooting. Yeshiva 0 for 5 from deep. The Titans 6 for 9 from downtown.
Yeah, that's plus 18 from the three-point range. And the Macs are an excellent three-point shooting team. You think some of them are going to fall at some point. Law of averages is going to catch up with both these teams at some point.
It's Yoder. He'll think about it. And now he'll take it on the block. Right inside to Larrett, who finds himself wide open. Titans back up by 14.
Yeah, I think Eitan Halpert actually had that one covered pretty well. I don't know if Jordan Armstrong had to help over there. But since he doesn't, even more than that, Jordan Armstrong leaving his feet, allowing for the easy pass down low to Larretts.
Terrell takes it, uses the window, can't get it to go. Larrett's the rebound.
Yeah, good defending there by Lambesis. Not a lot of space there for Terrell.
As we'll get a walk against Corey No.
Yeah, Corey No. Just that jump in the air by Ofek Reef really messing with the timing of Corey No in transition. Maccabees catch a break on that one. And Lambesis picking up Terrell full court. That's something to keep an eye on. Maybe Coach Rose trying to tire out Ryan Terrell, trying to tire out the legs for later in the game. Yeah, Lambesis only one personal foul so far. I mean, one more here could be big going into the half.
Yeah, Yeshiva in the bonus here. See if they're aggressive.
Yeah, any fouls, 1-1.
As Leifer gets it on the interior. And he's fouled, throws it up, and somehow gets it to go.
Yeah, so Coach Steinmetz was clamoring for it before. That's going to be a flop warning for the Titans. The next one for the Titans is going to be a technical foul on them. That would be big. That was Cody Mitchell on the flop warning. It's not a personal foul. And the crowd is giving it to Cody Mitchell after that one. We don't want to see any flops in here.
Oh, they're not stopping either.
Hey, Cody Mitchell's like, if it's going to work for Lambesis, it might work for me as well. But I think Coach Steinmetz, after that earful to the referees, I think they're like, enough of that. We see what you guys are trying to do.
Halpert pressing Yoder. Halpert takes a tumble. He's slipping all over the place. No. Corner. Mitchell, 3. No good. Reef, the rebound.
And 5-on-4 for the Max hurry. Larrett's back.
Halpert inside. Leifer. Not on the same page. He tries to get it back to Halpert, but Yeshiva not able to take advantage of these opportunities.
Yeah, Gabe Leifer, an excellent passer, was not looking that time. He kind of like assumed where Eitan Halpert was going to be, but Halpert just moved a little bit away from his normal spot, and that kind of threw off the timing there.
Leifer. Larrett's against Lasko. They're wondering how Terrell ended up on the floor as Yoder connects on the triple.
Yeah, and these Illinois Wesleyan Titans are not missing any open three-pointers here. People are on the floor left and right. The referees don't want to call a foul every single time, but this is an aggressive style of basketball the Maccabees have not seen anything like.
Back to 15 points. 5:50 to play. Leifer for Reef. Reef will take a 3 of his own, and that one falls out. Another miss from deep. Yoder, 3, good. 18-point game, and the Titans have blown this open.
Yeah, I mean, it just happens. The three-pointers it happens in a hurry. The Maccabees are 0 for 6. The Titans now 8 for 12. 66% from the three-point range. That is twice their normal average. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, these couple of minutes very important as Terrell can't get it to go. And Larrett saves it for the Titans as they run.
This is a very dangerous point here for YU. They better be careful or they might be blown out of this game early.
Leifer meets Larrett at the rim, but he puts it home. It's a 20-point game, and Coach Steinmetz has to talk things over.
Coach Steinmetz has seen enough here. A big run here for the Titans. And the Maccabees are going to have to make some major adjustments here, or this one could be over quickly. The crowd here is stunned, Yehoshua.
Yeah, we have a new segment for you. Ask Max anything. We sat down with players before the game to ask some questions.
I feel that
representing YU and playing for YU, you don't just represent the university, you represent Jewish people as a whole.
It's just an honor to represent the Jewish community.
At Oberlin, a basketball teammate brought me to Chabad for the first time, and it became a big thing. Shout out Rabbi Shlomo.
When we have team Shabbatons as a team, it really helps. We don't always see each other in that light, the spiritual light, so that really helps with our team bonding.
No games in the Sabbath is a really unique thing. And
will take it on this occasion. I mean, let's talk about Luke Yoder for a second. Luke Yoder is meant to run the offense for the Titans here. He doesn't put up too many points per game, only averaging 10, but he's got 13 already here in the first half, 3 for 4 from 3.
Last go for Zucker. Now for Lasko, 9 on the shot clock, goes to Leifer. Halpert, top of the key. He'll drive it himself. Nice move to the rim for Eitan Halpert.
Yeah, great move by Eitan Halpert. And then the Titans are really not trying to foul, hands straight up. Any foul for the Max on the Titans is going to be 2 shots for the Max. Let's see if the Max can use that to gain some momentum here to close the half.
As Leifer takes it away.
Smart play there by Gabe Leifer. Slow it down. Don't need a rush. Get out of control.
Lasko, strong drive to Eitan Halpert for 3. Off the mark again.
Another missed 3 for the Max there. Have yet to hit one here in the first half.
Lambesis, offensive foul as Lasko, who else? Ethan Lasko takes the charge.
What more can you ask from Ethan Lasko here in this first half? I would say he's been the best player for the Max here. That's going to bring us to the under 4-minute timeout. The Maccabees on a 3-0 run. Let's see if they can use that to help them close the half strong.
17-point game, 3:40 to go in this first half. We'll see you after the break.
Hey Max fans, this is Joseph Gittler, YC class of 1996, congratulating the Max on this awesome winning streak and being ranked #1 in the country. Please join another winning team, Leket Israel, that has doubled the amount of fruits and vegetables it's providing to the needy in Israel just over the last 2 years.
And welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center. 44-27. And again, these crucial minutes before halftime is what I think is going to be indicative of what we're going to see in the second half and if YU's going to have a chance in this one.
Yeah, I mean, YU is they know what a slow first half looks like. But, I mean, 17 points against the number 4 team ranked in the country. It's going to be a tough task. But basketball as the game runs, we still have another 23.5 minutes to go in this game. This is a long way from over.
And if Yeshiva can get a 3 or 2 to drop, 1 3, 2 threes here and there, I mean, they're right back in this thing.
Yeah, I mean, you have to assume something's going to give. The Max are shooting 0% from behind the arc. Illinois Wesleyan is shooting over 60. I mean, something's going to change in the second half.
Halpert for Lasko. He won't try it. Instead, he'll give for Halpert. Goes top for Lasko. As Lasko strong drive, they're going to say foul on the ground, but that's 2 shots. That's
it doesn't really matter. Like we said, The Macs have 327. Take advantage. Every single foul on the Titans. That one's gonna be on Luke Yoder, his second, the leading scorer in the game at 13 points per game, at 13 points in this game. Let's see if the Macs can take advantage of the line. The Macs have had some struggles with the line this season, but this is going to be big to getting them back in the game.
Lasco now 2 for 4 from the line. This next one, a big one, to make it a 15-point game.
I mean, I think what's been apparent to me so far about Ethan Lasco is this kid, he's played in some environments like this before. This environment, this atmosphere has not fazed him. He played at Indiana. He played at Division I Manhattan. He hit a game-winning 3 in the MAC Conference Tournament to send it to overtime. This kid has ice water in his veins, and he's shown it here in the first half.
15-point game, 3:20 in this first half. That's Heaton, guarded by Lasco. Now it's Laritz drawing the assignment against Terrell. Leifer comes over to help, but Lambesis flies in and converts the layup. Lasco for Halpert. Now Lasco again for Zucker.
Yeah, Titans did their homework. They know Zucker can't shoot it from out there. Laird's camping out in the paint on him.
Now Terrell will get it. As Leifer hits the ground. Terrell tries shaking Lambesis. Goes to Leifer. Floater from the baseline. No good. Rebound, Matt Laritz. Lambesis, top of the key, pull up. Bink is not open. A long rebound goes out to
tough
Heflin.
Bounce there. What's interesting by Coach Rose, both of his point guards, Heflin and Yoder, both with 2 fouls. He's going with Heflin right now.
Lambesis, money from the top of the key. It's back to 20.
Another 3-pointer here for the Titans. They're 9th of the first half. This is an unbelievable display of shooting. I think getting to New York a few days early has done them well.
Zucker puts it on the ground now, gives for Lasco. Back door for Terrell, as Terrell's going to get called for the walk, as he ends up out of bounds anyway.
Yeah, that was a tight window there for Terrell, and now wasn't really put in such a good position there by the passer. But the Maccabees are really struggling offensively to get any space whatsoever, and what's really letting them down here is the defense, and Illinois Wesleyan has been lights out from the 3, and like we said, they hold opponents to 25% from behind the arc. The Macs are not even close. They're shooting 0 right now.
This is the Titans' largest lead. Could only get bigger from right now as Lambesis catches it on the baseline. Sroka, Heflin. Inside, and they throw it away. Yeshiva basketball.
Yeah, the Macs have tried to do this a couple times. I think it's been working pretty effectively when they've done it. You front the postman Laritz, that's where they want to try to run the offense. You force a tough entry as you see Lambesis throws the ball out of bounds. The Macs need to force some turnovers, maybe get in transition, get some easy buckets.
Reef, searching, gives for Leifer. Leifer takes it himself, throws it up, no good. But Reef comes away with it, throws it up, ends up on the ground, but no call.
Yeah, the referees have been a little bit inconsistent here. Sometimes they're calling it tight, sometimes not. The Maccabees are getting very frustrated by that.
Laritz off the hands of Heaton, and Yeshiva will get the ball back.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this a bunch of times. The Macs had it down to 15 here. It's at 20 right now. I want to see the Macs get a couple good possessions here, maybe a bucket here, maybe get a stop and another bucket, cut it to 16, 15, 14, going into the half, make it manageable, keep this crowd engaged.
Leifer, top of the key, will it go down? No, it won't. Off the mark for Gabe Leifer.
That was a little bit early from the Macs. Let's see if Illinois Wesleyan's going to go 2 for 1. Coach Rose going to use his use it or lose it timeout here.
Illinois Wesleyan by 20. We'll take a break.
Hey Max fans, this is Joseph Gittler, founder and chairman of Leket Israel, YC class of 96. It's citrus season in Israel. We need to rescue millions of pounds of these citrus fruit to feed the needy just over the next few months. So please give us a hand. Help the winning team, Leket Israel, and the other winning team. Go Mac!
Welcome back into the Max Center Athletic Center. Halftime show coming up. We'll have interviews with President Rabbi Dr. Ari Berman along with fan favorite Bob Quillman, so stay tuned for that. And we thank you for joining us. Also, did you know that 88% of our viewers for last game against Medgar Evans were not subscribed to Max Live on YouTube? Max Live is the home of basketball where you stream Max home games and produce other exciting content. Please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Interesting move here by the Titans, not trying to get the quick 2-for-1. They're going to be smart. They're going to hold for one shot. McAbee should end up with the last possession here in the first half.
Laritz for Heflin. 5 on the shot clock. No, jacks up a 3. No good, and rebounded by the Max.
That might have been the best defensive possession by the Max all game. Tough shot there by Corey Noah. Finally a not wide open three-pointer for the Titans. It's not going to go down if they're not wide open. See if the Max can close out the half of the bucket here.
Lasko will think about the 3. Instead it goes backdoor to Terrell, but it's taken away. As they're going to get a last shot off here. I think it was late. They're going to say it goes. That was completely late.
Yeah, Yehoshua, I think they should take a look at our Max Live replays. That was clearly late. I think the referees need to talk about this one. We saw it here in the booth. That was very easily after the buzzer sounded. And in a game like this, 2 points, you never know when it's going to be key. Look at our replay here. Clearly after the red light.
Stay tuned. Halftime interviews. We'll be joined with President Rabbi Dr. Ari Berman momentarily.
My story started with a letter in the mail. I took my first steps in New York and felt the energy all around me.
I connected with my Rebbe on the first day of Shir.
My story was learning that the mitochondria is more than just the powerhouse of the cell.
I made my painting from scratch, like really from scratch.
My roommates came here from 4 different countries. We lit one menorah together.
My story was practice every night.
Chavruta every night.
Subway rides, city lights.
In my story, my name was in the headlines.
The bylines.
The University Museum.
My story was my internship at the Supreme Court.
Dancing with the Israeli flag in Times Square.
My story was participating in the only hackathon, not on Shabbat.
The Career Center found me my first job at a top business analytics firm.
My story was becoming best friends with my chavrita.
And holding that NCAA trophy.
My story started here.
My story is just beginning.
For Kennedy, but taken back by Leifert. Given to Terrell. Terrell! Dips right, Terrell, 2 more!
At the PMR Center, we strive to find the right physical therapy and hand therapy program for you. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
All right, welcome back in to the Max Stern Athletic Center. We have the privilege and the honor now of being joined by President of Yeshiva University, President Rabbi Dr. Ari Berman. Welcome to Max Live.
Thank you so much. So wonderful to be here.
Can we just get, I know the result of the first half is not necessarily what we wanted, but we can get some of your thoughts on just the team in general and how much pride it's brought and just the overall energy on campus because of it.
Absolutely. I love these guys. I'm so proud of them. You know, they set the bar high, they achieve, and they work hard. Our guys, it's not just that they win, but it's how they win. The Hebrew word for winning is lenatzeach. And interestingly, the same root is Lanetzach. It's not just to win, it's about eternity. Our guys not just win, but they honor our eternal values. And that's what makes them so special. Their resilience, their purpose. These guys study Torah in the day, top-tier academics, often on the court. They excel. They represent our students, the leaders of tomorrow, and we're so proud of them. We love them.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a light-hearted question here for you, President Berman, but there was a big debate on social media. Which restaurants do you prefer, Golan or Burgers and Grill?
It has to be Golan. I'll tell you a quick good Golan story. I was at a conference of presidents of universities from around the country. I met this president from California. He comes over to me. He says, wait, you're the president of Yeshiva University? I said, yeah. He goes, I love Golan. National reputation. Definitely Golan.
Do you have any dish that you recommend for the audience?
That's personal choice that I can't reveal.
And President, we had some basketball thoughts. What do you think is going to happen in the second half?
Well, I anticipate a great game, one with strong power from us. I think that this team represents so much when it plays. When you play for the flagship Jewish university, you play for the Jewish people. And I know they're going to be tough and they're going to go out. And I believe they're coming back and they're going to win.
Let's hope. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to send it to break. On the other side of this break, we're joined by Bob Quillman. We'll see you soon.
Did you know that 90% of low back pain and sciatica can be treated without surgery? After a detailed evaluation, our physical therapists use gentle, hands-on techniques to alleviate most forms of low back pain. Our physicians have expertise in medication management, as well as a variety of interventional techniques, including trigger point injections. By utilizing a combination of these options, we can help you today. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
And welcome back in to the Max Stern Athletic Center. It is halftime, and you know what that means. It's the Leket Israel halftime stats time. Halftime stats are brought to you by Leket Israel. Leket Israel, rescuing nutritious surplus food for Israelis in need.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at the graphic on screen, these stats are unbelievable. Illinois Wesleyan comes into the game shooting only 33% from the three-point line, 9 for 14 in the first half, and the Max shooting over 40%. 0 for 9, can't buy a bucket from behind the arc early on, and the rebounding battle as well. So
we have the distinct honor now of being joined by Bob Quillman. You might know him from Twitter. That's where we all know him from. But thank you for joining us. Can we just get some of your thoughts on the first half?
I thought for the Titans, they came out really poised and with a lot of composure. This is the most hostile gym that I've seen us play in 32 years of following the team. And for them to come out and hit those first shots, they're used to playing in these kind of games, and it looked like it. The Titans looked like the most physical team out there. And Pete Lambesis on Ryan Terrell is unbelievable. I mean, you talk about Ryan Terrell has had a hard time getting a foot of space. And so there's a long way to go here, but that was almost a perfect half in a lot of ways for the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it well. I mean, the shooting early on, it's the first couple of them went down, and then you just saw the confidence exuding out of the Titans players every shot that went down. What do you attribute the excellent shooting to? Why are they not shooting as well during the season?
Well, I mean, Yeshiva's not familiar with the Titans, so this is a new opponent. And I think that the Titans are getting better looks than they've gotten in a lot of these games. Against WashU, it was harder to get good looks. Against Wheaton, it was harder. Against Oshkosh, it was harder. I think Yeshiva's not as familiar as those teams. And the Titans here, 9 of 14 from 3, 18 of 28 from the field. Yeshiva's going to have to adjust defensively to get back in this one.
Well, that's the question is, do you think Yeshiva could cut into this lead and maybe even make this thing a ball game in the second half?
Oh, I think they will. Elliott's too great of an X's and O's guys to not. I think you've taken a punch. Now the question is, are you too buried right now to come all the way back? I believe Yeshiva will make a furious run in this second half, and it will be a ball game.
What message do you have for all the fans out there on Twitter that you've interacted with over the however many last few months? It's been a lot of them. I think it's been a lot of fun. But what message do you want to tell the Twitter world?
I think this has been a great example of social media not having to be a terrible thing. This game came about because of some social media interaction. And social media gets a really bad rap, it probably should. But this is a great example of how when you add human interaction to social media, face-to-face, meeting people, not hiding behind a screen name, I would like to thank all the Yeshiva fans that have had so much fun interacting and making this special. And I think everyone will agree, no matter who wins, who loses, this has been a unique and special thing.
For sure, and it's been here on campus and on Twitter in the extended Jewish world. I think I've never seen anything like it. So we thank you for putting that together. We know you were the middleman. You were the sadchan, as we sometimes call it in the Jewish world. I know that's a word that you've learned over the last few weeks. But regardless, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for being here and for making this all happen. And with that, we'll send to commercial break. Second half basketball coming up. Don't go anywhere.
Fans, this is Joseph Gittler, YC class of 1996, congratulating the Macs on this awesome winning streak and being ranked #1 in the country. Please join another winning team, Leket Israel, that has doubled the amounts of fruits and vegetables it's providing to the needy in Israel just over the last 2 years.
Baruchim Habayim! Welcome to Yeshiva University, where our core Torah values shape everything we do and guide us toward a better tomorrow. In the classroom and the lab, in the Beit Midrash, on the court, on Shabbat, and all around the city, New York City. Grow at your own pace with smaller class sizes, research opportunities on and off campus, over 150 clubs, 15 D3 NCAA teams, and top-tier internships at companies like Bloomberg, Google, and Facebook. Our bayit is your bayit. When it's time to play, and when it's time to pray. When you have a craving, when you need a break, when you celebrate, and when you shine. Come on in and meet your chavruta, your teammates, your professors, this guy. Connect with people from down the street and from down under. With over 80% of students receiving financial aid, Yeshiva University distributes more than $45 million annually to ensure that a YU education is affordable for all. Make YU your home base and you've got all the bases covered. From the first base to playing base. From this kind of base to the base medrash.
Come on, that's a stretch.
You can get where you're going faster with our Pathways programs, dual degrees, and partnerships. And when you're ready for the workforce, we've got you covered with a network of over 70,000 alumni. An astounding 94% of students are employed in grad school or both within 6 months of graduation. We are student-driven, outcome-driven, value-driven, deeply rooted, and forward-focused. Oh, and we also have all this. What are you waiting for? Experience YU and step into your future.
And welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center. Yehoshua Segal joined by Zach Tuchman. Important to note that last basket, that at least up here we saw was clearly after the whistle. The refs did agree after they spoke it over, so it's a 49-29 ball game. Those points are wiped off the board. But again, we've been talking about it all night. The story is the shooting of the Titans and the shooting of the Maccabees. The extreme success that the Titans have had from three-point territory and the 0 3-pointers that Yeshiva's been able to connect on.
Yeah, I think I have to assume this is going to turn around in the exact opposite direction in the second half. Coach Steinmetz has seen 20 minutes of what the Titans are going to throw at them. I expect him to make some major defensive and offensive adjustments to stop the Titans from getting these wide-open three-pointers, as well as on the offensive end. The Maccabees have had no space to shoot. I can't even remember them taking a single open shot in that entire first half. The defense of the Titans has been impeccable, and that has led to this 20-point lead. They've been able to get the rebounds and get out in transition and get easy looks.
Yeah, all the hype, all the energy comes down to this second half. Could Yeshiva go on a quick run here, make this thing a game? And we know, again, they score in bunches. 2 quick threes, 3 quick threes. I mean, there has, and by the way, it's important to know, we've seen all season sometimes Yeshiva come out flat, be either losing at halftime or it's close and it's tied or whatever it is, and they come out and they shoot themselves out of a can in the second half, and they go up by 20, 30 points.
Yeah, that first half might have been the spark that they needed, that little pinch that they needed to get the fuel going. I mean, we heard from Bob Coleman at halftime. He thinks they're going to make a comeback. I think they're going to make it interesting as well. But what's very important, especially with these media timeouts, and this is a message that I think Coach Steinmetz probably told over to his team, you don't take this game as a 20-minute half, you take it as 4-minute increments. Let's get to the under 16 timeout, down by 15, down by 16, down by 12, whatever it is, 4-minute increments. You can't get it all back at once. You can't get it back all in one shot. Just little by little, possession by possession, you lock down on defense, you run efficient offense. Sure enough, the Titans are going to start feeling the pressure, and I think that's what we're going to see here in the second half.
Yeah, and the bigger picture, the 50-game win streak's on the line, the 14-0 season's on the line, the number 1 ranking is potentially on the line. Lots to play here. Let's see what happens. Titans will start with the ball.
Yeah, let's see if the Max made any adjustments defensively. Normal starting 5 for both sides to start the second half.
And I think the
shot clock
never started.
You got the game clock, but not the shot clock.
As we get things sorted out, I think they're just going to take 4 seconds off, or maybe they'll hold 4 seconds. I don't know what's going on. I think they're going to count it.
Yeah, it's going to take 4 seconds off. Pretty standard.
Yoder gives for Mitchell. And Mitchell, big slam, 22-point game.
That's the Coach Rose adjustment. They set the pick, and the little slip and dive to the basket there by Cody Mitchell. Max, we're going to play it up high, and that's an easy bucket. Maccabees now have 2 things to think about defensively.
Halper, will this 3 go down? No, it won't.
And the Titans have done an excellent job rebounding the Max. They're plus 15 here on the glass. That is a very high margin.
Lambesis goes to Laritz. Poked away, now Leifer's got it. Yeshiva on the break. Halpert, 2 big strides to the rim, but hits it underneath. And now Titans take possession. Mitchell gives for Lambesis. Yoder, the drive downstairs for Laritz, and it's going to leave Lambesis wide open. Now it's Laritz. And point blank, did not think he'd be that open. Totally messes the layup.
Yeah, the Max will take that one. That's the only thing that hasn't gone down here for the Titans here tonight.
Yeah, fundamentally sound team. You don't see that very often. Armstrong, Leifer.
No space for the Max once again. No movement.
Halpert right underneath, gets it to go.
Eitan Halpert trying to draw the foul, but no call there, but gets the finish anyways. Max down by 20. They take any bucket they can get.
Terrell, high pressure. He'll get called on the reach.
Yeah, a little bit over-aggressive there by Ryan Terrell. That's going to be his 2nd personal foul. And straight to the bench, Corey No, checking in his Heflin. I mean, with a 20-point lead, the Maccabees are going to have to exert a lot of energy to get back in this game. Coach Rose can sub his players in a little bit more fluidly.
Yoder for Heffler. Heflin will take it against Terrell. That's Gabe Leifer with the rejection, excuse me.
Yeah, but these Titans are just blowing by these Maccabee defenders as if they're not even there. Leifer lucky enough that he is with those long arms to swat that one out of bounds, but once again, a blow by there from Heflin.
Yoder straight in for Lambesis, as Lambesis is all around, and Leifer comes away with it. He's fouled. Another foul on Mitchell.
Yeah, we want to see that hustle here from the Macs. You're not going to get back into this game without hustling getting on the floor, but that's going to be on Cody Mitchell. That's his third foul. Something to look out for here. And Coach Rose is not going to waste any time putting in stroke up for Cody Mitchell. And you do not want to commit fouls 90 feet away from your basket if I'm Coach Rose.
Reef will bring it up for the Max. Gives for Halpert. Now it's Leifer. 20 on the shot clock. Waiting for all that movement, and now Terrell gets it, guarded by Lambesis. Terrell, pull up. Off the mark. Laris. Heflin. Wide open for three. Does not make Yeshiva pay, as Yoder gets a tip out from Laris.
Yeah, Maccabees were just staring around, waiting for someone to grab the rebound. Matthew Laris tips it back out. It's unacceptable for the Maccabees.
17 minutes, a little over, as Yoder goes strong to the rim. It goes off of Yoder, and no, it doesn't. It goes off of Leifer.
The Titans got to be careful. 8 seconds here on the shot clock. See if they're aware of it.
Lasko and Zucker. Early substitution as Halpert, as Armstrong and Reef will take a seat.
Let's see if the Titans run that same play they were running in the first half with that little, they're going to run around the screen for that jumper in the corner. Let's see. We're just going to get into Laris.
Yoder straight to the rim, the running floater. And they're going to say a block on Zucker.
And that's a big call. That would have been Luke Yoder's third foul. Instead, it's going to be Matan Zucker. I got to see that one again. But 2 shots here coming for Luke Yoder. Crowd doesn't like it.
Quick conversations with the refs. Not sure what this is. Don't know what the conversation is, what they're getting sorted out, but it seems like Coach Steinmetz brought it to their attention.
Yeah. But they're going to go to the monitor here.
Maybe they're talking about timeout usage with the with the media timeouts we're not used to. Not sure, but I think at the end of the day, it's still going to be a couple free throws for Yoder. Well, we're back to square one.
Yeah, whatever it was. I mean, 2 shots for Yoder. Foul on Matan Zucker. I think that's what we expected. Coach Rose is not happy. He's looking for an explanation.
My only guess is it's showing 2 team fouls. I think it said 2 before this also. He might have been asking for a third. I'm not sure. But Yoder knocks down the first.
I mean, also talk about efficiency. The Titans have been perfect from the line. Now 5 for 5. They've been 60% from downtown. The Titans knew if they were going to come into this game. We spoke to Coach Rose about this. How do you beat a top-ranked team on the road? You're efficient. You run good sets. And they've done exactly that. They've had wide open looks, and they've been efficient making almost every single shot that they've had open.
Lasko gives for Zucker. Force it to Terrell. Underneath, draws a double, goes up top. Ethan Lasko, top of the key, 3! Finally gets one to go!
Ethan Lasko, we talked about him in the first half. He might have been the Maccabees' most important player. Let's see if that can spark the team. Only down 19 now.
Terrell almost swats it. 21-point game as Terrell looks to push.
Yeah, but I like the idea of Leifer trying to gamble a little bit. Gotta be more aggressive for the Max defensively.
Halpert now gets it on the baseline. He'll take it himself. Pull up. We don't see that very often, and he's off the mark.
Yeah, I think the other Maccabees not named Terrell are trying to feel a little bit of pressure. Like, we have to do something. Our guys being locked down by Lambesis, we have to do something, and they're not used to this role where Ryan Terrell's not taking over.
Lambesis off the mark, but Laritz is right there to clean it up.
I actually think that one might have hit the
so
horizontal bar above the backboard. That should have been out of bounds.
I think that's
a missed
why
call.
Terrell, and we can talk about it, we know from the purchase game 3 years ago at this point, 2 years ago, excuse me, in 2019 as Zucker throws it out of bounds.
And Matan Zucker trying to be a little bit aggressive, taking it into Laritz, but Laritz stands his ground very well. We're at the under 16 media time out here.
We have another segment of Ask the Max, speaking about who has the best hair on the team.
Listen, Ofake is over here. Ofake doesn't really have a flow. I would just say it's more of a flop.
It might be a mop. It might be a flop.
Best hair on the team? I don't think it's Ofek. I don't think it's Jordan. I'm going to go with Orm Patesh. Always has a clean fade, and I just really respect it.
Everyone says Jordan, Ofek, me with the long hair. No, everyone's sleeping on Jasper Newman, man.
You know, you got to use it before you lose it. And, you know, I'm young, got a good head of hair. You got to use it.
Me and Coach Steinmetz have an agreement. If we win the national championship, I am signing his bald head on live TV.
Once we win the national championship, I'm cutting it all off. I'm making it into a wig, and I'm slapping it right on Coach's head.
With more on the hair, let's send it to SJ Tannenbaum.
Guys, in light of the recent player comments, we asked Coach Steinmetz if he could have any member of the team's hair, who would he choose? And he said without a doubt, Coach Joe Schwartz. He said, quote, that guy is like 85 and still has a full head of hair, end quote. Listen, I'm just going to say from my perspective, I want to have a head of hair like that by the time I'm 35. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, SJ. 23-point IWU in front.
I think for the Max, you just got to you got to give Illinois Wesleyan something to think about. They're on cruise control right now. They're playing their subs. They're not exerting so much energy here.
Good defense, better offense from Corey No.
Yeah, Corey No, excellent way to maneuver around, avoid the defender, Matan Zucker. No chance there. 25-point lead's ballooned to at this point.
Yeah, these next few minutes, I know we've been saying it all night, but boy, do they need to come up with something. Leifer. 8 on the shot clock. Markovich. For Terrell, wing 3, yes! Ryan Terrell gets it to go.
Yeah, they use a pick by Adi Markovich to free up Ryan Terrell there. I think Yeshiva University needs to get Ryan Terrell a little bit more space off Lambesis, manufacture with a pick, an off-ball pick, an on-ball pick, something to get him open, get some clean looks, because Lambesis is all over him.
Heflin finds himself open, but no, it's Corey No, long 3, no good, and Zucker comes away with the rebound. Lasko controlling point, gives for Markovich. Now it's Zucker. Leifer, Lasko. Now it's Zucker. And now Terrell gets it back, as you said. Gets it poked, 10 on the shot clock. Terrell, 3 again? Yes, oh my! Ryan Terrell is heating up.
Yeah, watch out for Ryan Terrell. The crowd has gotten the crowd on his feet. Let's see if the Max can carry it over defensively.
And boy, this crowd is back into it.
Everyone on their feet in the Max Stern Athletic Center.
They're going to get Markovich on the foul.
Yeah, a little bit over-aggressive there by Markovich, but those 2 3-pointers by Ryan Terrell, watch out. We've seen this against Manhattanville. He can get hot in a hurry.
Yeah, Terrell's got 15. As Zucker and Markovich find the seat, Halpert and Reef back in. I mean, this is the superstar lineup. Let's see what happens.
I mean, more importantly, the crowd is backing the Max once again. They were silent for about a few minutes there.
And did you see that? Coach Steinmetz calls Armstrong over to the bench. Lasko waves him off. He says, do not put him in. I got this one.
Lasko says, this is my game. Leave me in.
Sroka for Heflin. Back to Sroka. Denying the ball. Terrell almost takes it away and stuffs him. Heflin gets it back. 5 on the shot clock. I don't know if they noticed. As a blocking foul called against Lasko. 4 on the shot clock. That'll be reset to 14.
Yeah, that's a good call there. That's a good call. It's Ethan Lasko's second foul. That's a great call there by the referees. Ethan Lasko, he went to the side of him. Couldn't avoid it. Matan Zucker about to check back in. For Ethan Lasko, could only hold off the substitution for so long, Yehoshua.
Yeah, he's hobbling a bit, probably just a little banged up after that play.
But you gotta love Coach Simons trusting his players out there, listening to them, saying, I'm in a groove right now, I'm in a rhythm, leave me out there.
On the shot clock. Big possession upcoming, it's Heflin. Sroka for Lambesis. Could they quiet this crowd down? Lambesis drives. It's no, running. Open in the corner, it's Sroka, and he drains it.
I mean, this is just dagger after dagger here tonight for the Titans. Every time YU gets back in the game, another three-pointer here by the Titans.
Let's see if YU can answer. As Halper takes it, gives for Zucker. They're looking for Terrell, as Terrell squeezes it up and in.
That's 8 straight points for Ryan Terrell for the Max. They know he's their best scorer. They're feeding him the ball, and he has paid off here early on.
17 for him as Reef throws himself on the floor, and they're going to get a timeout for the Titans.
Yeah, it's excellent hustle there by Pete Lambesis. First to the floor. That's what this game means to him. He's first to the floor, calls the timeout, referee right there to give it to him. But I like the Maccabees' defensive intensity these last couple possessions. They've made the Titans hold the ball until the end of the shot clock. I mean, they've gotten a couple looks to end the shot clock. They've gotten bailed out by a couple late foul calls. But the defense overall has been better these last couple possessions. I think the crowd has really played a part in that.
The crowd has played a part. I mean, time after time, they just don't miss opening shots. We spoke about their fundamentals, and they just do not make mistakes.
Yeah, we talked about this in the pregame. This is a fundamentally sound team. They're disciplined, and if YU is not on their game, they're going to take advantage. We've seen exactly that. I mean, they're almost at their scoring average for the entire season. Granted, they play very good defensive teams throughout the season, but I mean, this is an offensive explosion for this Illinois Wesleyan Titans team. I mean, but Terrell with that spurt now, he's got 17 to lead the way for everyone.
Yeah, still plenty of time left. It's a 20-point ball game. Titans possession.
Yeah, what I'm really amazed about here is just the scoring that has been spread out here. We talked about YU needing some spread out scoring. I mean, they have not been as balanced as Illinois Wesleyan. Ryan Terrell and Lasko in double digits. No one else did more than 6. And for the Titans, you got Larrett with 13, Mitchell with 8, No with 9, Yoder with 15, Soroka with 8. Like 5 players with at least 8 points. Not forget out Lambesis with 7. Really balanced attack here for the Titans here tonight.
Lambesis to inbound, 12:54. Mitchell for no. Terrell all over him. Could he take it now? It's Larritz. Back up top to no. Now it's Yoder. He draws Terrell. Lambesis, 6 on the shot clock. Surveying his options. Gives for Mitchell. Mitchell, nice, tough move on the interior.
Tough finish by Cody Mitchell. Unbelievable. Time after time. Why is they're holding the ball? Okay. But once again, Maccabees, they're switching on picks now, and I think that could be problematic if they go to the big man in the post, but that's how I think they have to feel. They're going to have to combat them defensively.
Reed for 3, no, he takes the baseline. They're going to get a blocking foul.
Ooh, that's going to be 3 on Yoder.
Against Yoder.
And he doesn't like that. I think that might have been a charge as well. Yoder was there ahead of time. But now he's got 3. Mitchell's got 3. 2 Wesleyan starters with 3 fouls. Now that is something to keep an eye on. And Luke Yoder straight to the bench. He'll probably come back in after the under 12 timeout. Just a little bit of extra rest for Yoder.
Terrell now to inbound with 20 on the shot clock. Gives for Leifer, poked by Mitchell. Lambesis denying Terrell the ball as Leifer just throws it to nobody, and Larris takes it. .22 game. Heflin takes the middle. He's searching for no. And no misses from Corey No.
Yeah, Corey No once again, the pull-up jumper for 2. 24-point lead. And like we talked about this in the first half, it felt like it wasn't going away from 10 to 12. This lead hasn't felt like it's gotten under 20 in forever. It's just sitting around here.
Terrell, another three, looked like he was hit. No call. Mitchell downstairs for Laritz. Leifer. Laritz just too much, but can't get it to go. Knight looked like it was falling, it wasn't.
Yeah,
Terrell
is back.
Finds Reef flying in. Gets it to go, back to a 22-point
the
game.
Maccabees need to get out in transition before the Illinois Wesleyan defense is set. They're unbelievable when they're set in the half court. The Maccabees need to look to push off of rebounds.
Heflin for Laritz. Now it's Lambesis. All around to Mitchell. Zucker, Mitchell, wide open, nope. Now it's Lambesis. Lots of passing as Lambesis pulls up and knocks it down.
These guys do not miss Yehoshua. There's nothing else to it more than that. They're shooting 60% from the field. That's unbelievable.
60% from the field, 55%
For an individual
from
player,
deep.
that would be top 5 in the nation. They're shooting it as a team here tonight. That's unbelievable.
Terrell trying to make something happen. He's got Lambesis on him. Reef, strong drive to the hole. Can't get it, but Zucker's right there. And now they're going to get Reef on a foul.
Yeah, something I've seen here for the Macs is the Macs are really known for moving the ball around. But what I've seen here tonight is they're not really trying, like once the ball gets to Ryan Stroll, I kind of feel like everyone's like, let him do his thing, get out of the way, but the ball was stopping with him. It's letting the defense not move and get set, and I think that's really led to a couple problems here. 24-point lead halfway through the second half.
Yeah, 10:03 left in this ball game. We'll step aside. We are back. Welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center. Yehoshua Segal joined by Zach Tuchman. 24-point game. Zach, what's been the story?
I mean, just look at the screen. I think this is something that's very important. The Titans have been passing the ball around, almost 4 passes per possession. YU, as we talked about, not as much passing. They're known for their passing. Only 2 passes per possession. That's not going to get it done against this team that, especially when they're in the half court, they are unstoppable defensively. One of the best teams in the nation. I mean, if YU has any chance to cut into this lead whatsoever, they're going to have to spread the ball around, get this defense moving, get them to switch. They don't switch on picks, and I think that's caused YU some problems. They're trying to shake Lambesis off of Terrell, but it's just not happening.
10 minutes left. YU's got the best player in the nation, and I think if they have any chance here, we know who he needs to go. Got to travel against Laritz.
Yeah, a little miscommunication between Laritz and Stroka. Yeshiva University's going to have to take advantage of any little opportunity, any sliver, any slip up for the Titans. That's going to start it there, travel by Laritz.
Lasko. Down for Halpert. Corner 3. Yes, Eitan Halpert. Exactly what they needed.
Yeah, usually Eitan Halpert shoots wide open threes, but he knows tonight he's not going to get as much space. He's one of the best shooters on his team, if not the best. He's going to have to get jump started here in the second half.
Heflin. Downstairs for Laritz. Leifer strong. Open 3 for Heat. It doesn't go down as Halpert comes away with it.
Yeah, that one could have been another offensive rebound, but Halpert snags that one away.
Lasko now for Terrell. Inside for Reef. Nice give for Lasko. Can't convert the layup as he ends up on his backside. Nice play by Heflin. No, reverse layup, no good. Terrell in transition.
5 on 4 if they hurry.
Reef straight to the cup. No good, but Halpert's got it. Terrell back to Halpert. Corner 3. off the mark.
Oh, that would have sent this place into a frenzy. Eitan Halpert, normally good from there when he's wide open, but just everyone for the Max just rushing a little bit too much on these shots here tonight.
Shiva running out of time. It's 21 with 8.5 to play. Lambesis to the scorer's table along with Markovic for the Max. Double comes against No, goes downstairs to Sroka. Sroka will try the three, in and out. Good break for the Maccabees.
Yeah, these are the opportunities the Maccabees need to take advantage of. A couple of stops defensively in a row by the Max. They need to cut into this lead.
Yeah, the Max have to hustle. They got to get Terrell the ball as he's searching for it. Goes cross to Halpert. Halpert, jab step inside for Lasko, who can't get it to go. As Lasko says he was hit.
The refs have called it a lot tighter here in the second half. Oh, Ofek and Lasko 2-0.
Transition for Lasko. He'll get another chance. And he misses it once again. What is going on?
And Lasko's, remember, he's got that one tech, so he can't argue. He's going to be tossed in the game if he gets another one.
Lasko, 3 missed layups, and it's costing him.
Yeah, we talked about why you need to take advantage of opportunities. This is every team is going to go through a cold streak throughout the game. The Titans probably haven't scored in 2 to 3 minutes, but YU just has not chipped away at this lead like we thought they would. Ethan Lasko, a couple of missed layups. I mean, if it was me, I remember it happens sometimes. You're out in transition, you're kind of focused on drawing the foul more than you are on hitting the layup. And I think that happened a couple times here at Lasko.
7:42 to play. We'll take a break.
Hey Max fans, this is Joseph Gittler, founder and chairman of Leket Israel, YC class of 96. It's citrus season in Israel. We need to rescue millions of pounds of these citrus fruit to feed the needy just over the next few months. So please give us a hand. Help the winning team, Leket Israel, and the other winning team. Go Mac!
Welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center. Let's talk a little bit about Illinois Wesleyan and their success or lack thereof against #1 seeds.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it on the screen. Illinois Wesleyan, and this is unbelievable. They're 6-6 against #1 teams in their team history. That's unbelievable. I mean, #1 teams in the country. This team is one of the best D3 teams in the history of D3 basketball. And I mean, they know what a game against #1 team brings. They know how to prepare for it, and it showed here tonight. Up 21 with just under 8 minutes to go. I wouldn't say this one's over yet, but they're just going to have to make that final push, hold up that YU final surge.
Let's see what happens. Yoder takes it for the Titans. Mitchell guarded by Terrell, now back to Yoder. Back to Laritz. We see this all the time. As Lambesis, strong drive from the elbow. He knocks it down.
Yeah, so they've been trying to force Lambesis to the right here tonight, but Lambesis, he's not going to drive all the way to the rim to the right, but he'll just sit and take that pull-up jumper if you're going to give him all that space.
Yeah, YU's got to hurry. It's up to 23. They're going to get Lambesis on a foul, a little over-aggressive. As he extended the elbow, it'll be his second.
Yeah, Lambesis a little bit of a smirk. I mean, regardless of that foul call, Lambesis has done his job here tonight. Task probably the biggest assignment of his career. He has done a wondrous job guarding Ryan Terrell here tonight.
Lasko picks up his dribble early, gives to Markovic. Shot clock winding down again. They're at 10 seconds as Leifer gets it. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Tries to be fancy behind the back, and that's going to cost them turnover. Lasko takes it back. He'll take a 3. They need this one. No good from Ethan Lasko. Heflin for Yoder. And if this goes down, that might be it. As the Titans get the miss.
Another rebound for the Titans, and they can milk another 20 seconds off the clock here. A valuable time.
Laird puts it on the deck. He'll put it out of bounds. Lasko for Leifer. Markovic. A lot of dribbling. That's a nice feed for Eitan Halpert, who converts.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a few more minutes, but I think Coach Stamets might want to start picking up full court soon, see if he can force some turnovers. Down 21 with 6 minutes to go. The Titans are more than happy to take 30 seconds off the clock every possession.
Goes cross. Heflin. 3 is off the mark. And off of Laretz, Yeshiva basketball.
I want to see why you roll the ball up here, save some time, and just they need a bucket. They just need buckets and stops. That's all you have to think about. One possession at a time, a bucket and a stop.
Markovic, nice find for Halper, wide open.
It's under 20.
It's under 20. Let's see what happens. 5.5 to play. As this crowd giving one last breath of energy, but Lambesis wide open, straight to the hoop.
No help defense there. The rotation is slow to get over. Lambesis easy bucket to quiet the crowd.
Halpert, an array of moves. He finds Terrell wide open underneath. Layup is good. Back to 19.
Yeah, the YU starting to get some buckets now offensively, but defensively they're going to need to crank it up, force some turnovers, get some quick buckets. They have Cody Mitchell on Ethan Lasko if they find him.
Off the foot of Ryan Terrell, 14 on the shot clock, 4:49 to play.
Yeah, actually the Macs are fortunate they didn't call out a kickball and reset it to 20. Only 14 on the shot clock. They're just going to throw this one into Laretz like they did last time, probably.
Nope. This one goes to Lambesis. Spin move and rejected by Gabe Leifer.
11 on the shot clock. This is a big possession for the Macs if they can get a stop and another bucket to keep chipping away at that lead.
They can't find, eventually finds Laretz. 7 on the shot clock. Lambesis takes a peek. Shakes Terrell, the pull-up. Off the backboard and no good.
Going. This is their chance. It's their chance to make a run.
Terrell wants to see if they can get it to him as Markovic takes the baseline and now goes to Lasko. Lasko, cross for Terrell. The 3, yes! Ryan Terrell from downtown.
It's down to 16. We talked this is their time to make a run. Another stop, another score. Here we go.
They need to stop here. As Lambesis is wide open, they're going to take some time off this clock.
Yeah, they know time is not the friend of the Maccabees. They're going to milk all this time before they get a shot. Crowd is on their feet once again.
Laretz asking for it. He gets it. And they're going to get life on a foul. And that's they're the bonus. They're going to go to the line for 1-1.
That's not the time to call a ticky-tack foul, but that's going to take us to the under 4 timeout. Maccabees are trying to push the tempo, but we're going to come back with Laretz at the line for a 1-1.
YU has caught it to 16. We'll see what happens when we come back. Welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center. Yehoshua Segal joined by Zach Tuchman. Thank you for joining us on Max Live. If you want to receive Max news and updates, join our WhatsApp group chat. The link to join is in the description of the YouTube video if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on JLTV, log on to YouTube. Check it out. Good stuff happening. 16-point game. Does YU have one more run left in them?
Yeah, I mean, this is it for the Max. 4 minutes. The 50-game win streak is on the line. The undefeated season's on the line. I mean, the whole world is watching. This is their chance to show everyone that they can compete with the big boys. Let's see if they can make that final push. I mean, it's going to start with Matt Laretz at the line. They haven't missed a free throw yet today. 6 for 6. This would be a big time to miss one.
Yeah, the crowd will give it the best effort, but Matt Laretz.
I mean, the pressure has not gotten to these guys tonight, each and every single one of them. It has not been one individual here for the Titans. I think we need to keep stressing that point. It's been the whole team. 5 starters, the bench, everyone has been one solid unit. The scoring has been completely balanced.
That one misses. Terrell comes away with it. They got to hurry. A little surprised Terrell's not taking the ball up the floor, but I think they want to try to get him open with their off-ball screens. Oh, and DeLifer throws out of bounds as him and Halpert are on the wrong page.
Yeah, rarely do we see the Max miscommunicating as much as we've seen tonight. I mean, the Titans' defense tonight has been swarming. They've been in the Max face, and it has caused a lot of problems here that the Maccabees have not seen all season.
Right, we needed to be flawless, otherwise they're going to run into issues, and that's exactly what we're seeing as Markovic extends, can't poke it.
Yeah, Maccabees are in a tough place. They want to reach in, get some turnovers, but any foul sends them to the line for free throws.
Lambesis against Terrell. Nice move, but blocked by Terrell. Halpert running for the Max. He'll go straight to the rim himself, and one! Count the bucket for Eitan Halpert.
And that's going to be on Corey No. Eitan Halpert a chance to make it a 14-point game here. Little by little, Yehoshua, the Maccabees are slowly trying to get themselves back into this game.
A big free throw upcoming. Place will quiet down, trying to make it a 14-point game. And he's able to do just that. 3:25 to play.
Maccabees starting to pick up full court like we talked about. 14-point game.
Markovic, an excellent defender, will take Yoder. Gives for no. 22 on the shot clock. Now it's Mitchell. Laritz for no. Back to Laritz. We'll think about the three. Gets him off his feet. Mitchell, lots of passing. 10 seconds on the shot clock. As No is bumped. An offensive foul. Ethan Lasko putting his body on the line.
Again, Luke Yoder has his 4th personal foul. One more and he's out of the game. I think he might have slid over a little bit late between me and you, Yehoshua, but the crowd is on their feet. Another opportunity to cut into this lead.
They've been hurrying. They've been able to score. It seems like every time, whether in transition or whether they just run, they're able to create something and catch the Titans off guard.
I think if the Max hit a 3, this place might explode.
Markovic gives in for Leifer, but it's just taken away. But Leifer gets it back. Now it's Halpert. Goes to the corner. It's Lasko. Cross Markovic. They got to hustle as it goes to Lasko. Wing 3. But Terrell flies in and gets it back. Lasko, the hard drive. Cannot get it to go.
Crowd is wondering where the call is. Referees have called it tighter here in the second half. They're not going to give anything easy to these players.
They need another stop. It's still 14 and time's running out. Nice defensive play. They're going to say out of bounds off of Yoder as his right foot was on the baseline. Yeshiva basketball.
Yeah, did not reestablish in bounds. The Maccabees missed a valuable opportunity last time with a couple of good looks. Clock is not their friend. 2:16 here. The Maccabees are going to need to put their foot on the gas pedal, get a quick bucket. Another thing to note, Coach Steinmetz can stop the clock after made baskets. He should have 3 timeouts remaining, if I'm not mistaken.
Terrell will get it. Looks like he's going to go himself, and he might get doubled. Yeah, it looked like Yoder was ready to come over. Lasko for Leifer. Markovic. Just over 2 minutes to play. And again, Markovic and Lasko not on the same page as Elliot Steinmetz will want to talk things over. 30-second timeout.
Yeah, it's going to be Coach Steinmetz's first. He still has 2 remaining for the game. But once again, we talked about it. The Maccabees not on the same page on every possession. The crispness has just not been there. The crisp passing hasn't been there. The Titans have just put them out of their rhythm time and time again here tonight. It's been unbelievable showing of defensive relentlessness. I mean, I think Coach Steinmetz is going to use this timeout to set up his press, talk about what he wants to do defensively. And we'll see what they can draw. The Maccabees had their chances. They've locked in defensively the last couple minutes, but just have not been able to get enough.
Yeah, Matt Laritz, you got to talk a little bit more about him. The guy's got 24 rebounds. We'll go along with 5 assists and 14 points.
I mean, we talked about this guy coming in averaging a double-double. He got his double-double, and I think we might have expected a stat line more like 24 points, 14 rebounds, not the other way around. I mean, This guy has put on a clinic, had a defensive rebound. The Maccabees have had nothing on the offensive glass here tonight. No second chance opportunities to speak of.
Full court press, ball goes into Yoder. Yeah, they're going to take time off this clock.
Very smart by the Titans, a heady play. Coach Rose probably told them, listen, time is our friend. Take the time. An open shot, a missed shot is not going to do us any good.
No, top of the key. Is that a dagger? No, it's not. But Mitchell comes away with the rebound, and that is a killer.
The offensive rebound might be the dagger, Yehoshua. Another precious 20 seconds coming off the clock here.
Still a 14-point game. Good defense taken away by Leifer. As Leifer will take it himself. I don't know. I mean, if he didn't get hit there, I'm not sure what they're looking at.
Yeah, I mean, the Macs have not gotten these calls they were getting in the first half. And it has worked completely to Illinois Wesleyan's advantage. Only a minute left here. See if the Macs are even going to try to foul.
Terrell will bring the double, but Yoder gets it back. Double comes again. Now it's Mitchell with 10 on the shot clock. Blocking foul goes against Markovic. 1-on-1 upcoming for Pete Lambesis.
Yeah, Pete Lambesis probably a chance to put this one out of reach. 14 points in 55 seconds is not looking too likely here for the Macs, but you never know. But Pete Lambesis is 1-1. The Maccabees still, they have 2 1-1s remaining, including this one. So we'll see if a couple miss free throws.
And we'd like to just take this opportunity to thank our wonderful Max Live production team, led by our executive producer and president, director Akiva Poppers, our technical director Aharon Traurig, our associate director Andrew Jacobson, assistant director Ezra Jacobson, associate producer Ari Schopf, segment producers Doni, Bodoff, and Avi Nat, David Price, and Daniel Shamayev, statistical assistant and rules expert Yeshayahu Ginsburg, graphics creator Moshe Nasser, video content creator James Heisler, and cameraman Zach Well, Derek Fuller, Raphael, Shpitalnik, and Moshe Rechester.
Maccabees got to hurry. They're taking too much time here.
Terrell puts up a long three off the mark. And that might just do it. The 50-game win streak of Yeshiva looks like it's going to come to an end. Still with 35 seconds left. It's going to take a miracle. Stay tuned for our post-game show. We're going to sit down with Pete Lambesis and Coach Steinmetz, get his perspective. Don't go anywhere. 35 seconds to play.
Yeah,
just a gut punch, and you wonder, will this be the thing that Yeshiva needed for the future? Will this be helpful for Sunday against Williams, another ranked team coming to town, as the Yeshiva home fans are going to give their team a wonderful hand, a well-deserved hand, as this win streak comes to a close, and their first loss of the season will come against number 4 ranked Illinois Wesleyan.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the Maccabees don't get off easy. Another huge matchup with Williams here on Sunday. We love to see the fans supporting the Macs, even with this tough defeat.
Well, that's your final, 73-59. Illinois Wesleyan takes the victory. Don't go anywhere. Post-game show thoughts, Pete Lambesis, Coach Steinmetz, coming up right after this.
Did you know that 90% of low back pain and sciatica can be treated without surgery? After a detailed evaluation, our physical therapists use gentle, hands-on techniques to alleviate most forms of low back pain. Our physicians have expertise in medication management, as well as a variety of interventional techniques, including trigger point injections. By utilizing a combination of these options, we can help you today. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
Pretending to take it back by Leifert. Given to Terrell. Terrell! Gets right, Terrell, 2 more!
And welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center. We have the opportunity now to speak to Pete Lambesis and Matt Laird, standing by with our sideline reporter, S.J. Tannenbaum.
Hey guys, I'm here with Pete Lambesis and Mr. Laritz of the 4th-ranked Illinois Wesleyan University Titans. Guys, coming into tonight's game, obviously YU was ranked number 1. You guys are ranked number 4. How did you guys prepare as a team to face and beat a number 1 ranked team?
It's been like a week and a half of prep, I'll be honest. It took a lot. Like, it was multiple hours a day, and just something small. Like, Yeshiva, the reason they're so hard to guard is guys are making their own decisions. It's not like a set offense. So when you have that many individually skilled players, they can all make their own reads, like they showed in the second half when they're making that run.
Yeah, they got 5 big athletic guys on the floor at all times, and when you combine that with the type of motion offense that they run, as we've seen over the past 50 games, it creates a lot of opportunities for them. It gives them a lot of shots. So what we were trying to do all week was just figure out how to guard their motion the best and how to guard each individual player the best that we could.
Thank you, guys. Next question, on a more personal note between you two guys. Excellent defensive games. How did you guys prepare each in your own ways to come into this game defensively and literally shut down one of the best offenses in this country?
Yeah, so, I mean, it took a lot of, individual, focus, but we focused in on Terrell, who's a hell of a player, Gabe, who's a hell of a player, and we kind of zoned in on them, and then we kind of just stuck to our defensive principles. Our theme this year has been defense, so we knew we could trust that if we fine-tuned a couple things like we did this week, and it worked out for us.
Yeah, I mean, just trying to guard your yard, prepare as we would for any other week. Like Pete said, they got 5 great players on the floor at all times, and they have a deep bench. And obviously between guys like Ofek Reef, Terrell, and Leifer, that's 3 really good, talented players. So essentially it just comes down to guarding your yard and playing good team defense.
Last question, then we'll let you guys go. I'm sure you guys are exhausted. You guys came in here all the way from Illinois, 4th ranked, just beat a number 1 ranked team in the midst of a 50-game win streak. What advice do you guys have for kids working on their defense? How can kids watching all over the world now who just witnessed you two guys put on a clinic, how can they improve their defense?
I'd say stick with it. Early on it's not pretty. Everyone wants to hit the threes, score the buckets, but defense is what counts. Whether you're forward or not, it's what matters and it's what helps wins. It's not always pretty, but it gets the job done. So I'd say stick with it.
It's not fun. You're often not going to get a lot of recognition for playing good defense, but it simply just comes down to energy, effort, and intensity. It doesn't matter how quick you are, how athletic you are. It just depends on how much you're willing to give.
Thank you guys so much for the game.
Is it cool if I say one more thing?
Yeah, sure.
I just want to give a shout out to my Aunt Maggie. She's watching out in Milwaukee. Love you. Our biggest fan.
Shout out Aunt Maggie watching in Milwaukee. I'm here with these two guys who just put on a clinic of defense. Great game, guys. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Welcome to New York. Have a great time while you're here. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, SJ. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Pete. We thank you all for spending your Thursday night with us. And I think that'll do it for us. We appreciate you joining us. Are we going to get Coach Rose? Are we not going to get Coach Rose? I think we're trying to work out details here.
He's the most popular man in the building here.
We're trying to get a hold on him. We're going to stay on for just one more minute to see what we can do. Please remember the rights to this broadcast have been granted by Yeshiva University and Max Live. Any broadcast or republication of this programming without the express written consent of Yeshiva University is strictly prohibited. Again, thank you for joining us. Signing off for Akiva Poppers, the entire Max Live crew. Zach Tuchman, SJ Tannenbaum. Are we going to get him? We're waiting.
And we're finding out as we speak.
For all of us here at Max Live, Zach Tuchman, SJ Tannenbaum, I'm Yehoshua Segal, saying have a great night.